Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. I'm William Hindman. I'm your host, and this is Just Force 911, where we look at how our public officials do their job well, or they just don't, guys. Hey, I apologize. I have been off for last week. I have been sick. I had pneumonia, and I am trying to get my system back to working the way it's supposed to where I'm not hopping and hacking on the air, because that is really not cool to do that, at least in my view. And since I'm the one doing the videos, I guess that's what the one counts, right? Right. Good. Glad we agree. Hey, guys, thank you guys so much. I cannot appreciate or say how much I appreciate. You guys got me to 3,000 subscribers. Now, I know that doesn't seem like a lot, okay? But to me, I've been in this for less than a year. You guys like my content. You like how I'm doing this for you. I appreciate it so much. I can't even begin to say. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it, okay? We're going to try some new stuff coming up. I want to try to get into some more podcasting stuff. I want to be able to have people on with me talking about issues. I have a whole list of people. One is Dave Biscabine from Channel 15. He's a reporter. He's done a lot in this valley, on the on Mesa PD, on Glendale PD, on Phoenix PD, on the Union that we have here, which is a joke at best. The police union here in Phoenix thinks that we're a bunch of rednecks and have no clue what's going on. And the only thing that they know is how to do their job, meaning the police officers, which couldn't be further from the truth. These bunch of local yokels are a bunch of clowns in uniforms. It's like watching the Keystone Cops. Swear to God. It's like, I don't know. I really don't, guys. So I'm going to apologize because there's going to be a little bit of coughing and hacking. Sorry ahead of time. We're going to try to do our best. So that's where this one comes from. This is going back to the black gentleman who had cerebral palsy, the deaf man. And they're just now coming out. The police union says that they're appalled that the officers would even be charged with anything. They're saying that the gentleman attacked the police. I don't understand. I'm watching the same video that everybody else is. And everybody else says that he was attacked by the police. But the police union said no. It was the other way around. He attacked the police officer. On what planet? I don't get this. I mean, this is how unhinged our police union in Phoenix, Arizona, plea, or whatever the hell they call it, plea, is doing their job. They're in the twilight zone. They're so far out there. They don't even have a concept of reality. He attacked the police. The police got out of the vehicle and attacked him automatically, with no time limit or no time in between whatsoever. The guy bailed out of his truck and bailed on top of the cop, on top of the gentleman. But yet, the black guy attacked the police. Okay, well, who are you going to believe? The police union, or your own eyes? Yeah, exactly. That's what I think, too. So, guys, I will try to keep my voice down as much as I can so I'm not coughing and hacking. If I do want to apologize, I'm sorry. I need to get back on air. It's been a week. It's making me crazy. I actually miss this. This is fun. So anyway, remember, subscribe if you would, please. Let's keep going with it. The thumbs up, thumbs down says how I do for you. Bell icon tells you when I put out a new video. The like and share helps my algorithms, gets me in front of everybody. Okay? And leave a comment. I love the comments. I love reading them. 99% of you guys and gals out there who leave my comments make sense. I have 1% of you that it's like, did you look at the video? Did you actually watch the video? Because I don't get where you're coming from. But hey, different strokes from different folks, people. Okay, let's get into the video, guys, and I'll try to stay out of as much as I can.
Top story at 6, a 24-hour suspension. That's what these Phoenix officers are getting for repeatedly punching and tasering an innocent deaf man with cerebral palsy. Tonight, a lot of people speaking out about these new suspensions.
That discipline was just announced 7 months after that violent arrest. ABC 15 Chief Investigator Dave Biskuping exposed that video that led to all of this, and Dave's here to break down that fallout.
The police chief says the suspensions show that Phoenix is committed to accountability. The police union says the chief is pathetic for disciplining officers at all. And then there are others who say the chief, the police department, and the union have lost the public's trust. Tyrone McAlpin was arrested 7 months ago. Officers went after him based on entirely made-up allegations from another man. We broke the story. It immediately drew national outrage, so Phoenix opened an internal investigation. The result? The police chief issued 24-hour unpaid suspensions to the 3 officers involved. 2 of the officers will also be required to attend additional de-escalation training. What do you think about this announcement, this level of discipline for this case?
Well, it's obviously it's far too little, far too late, and it appears to be completely political in nature.
Jesse Showalter is one of Tyrone's attorneys. We asked him to respond to the discipline.
So I'm going to read you something, a statement from the chief in this media advisory. He said, quote, "The decision to suspend the officers reflects our commitment to accountability and maintaining public trust." You were there, I was there. We watched in court when officers went in to testify against McAlpin that there were ranking members of the Phoenix Police Department and the Public Information Office who sat and watched that video, watched this hearing, watched this testimony, and no investigation was opened for another, week or two. And that's when, we did a story in this video, then went everywhere all across the country and the outrage grew. So what do you think about that statement from the chief?
It does not seem that they are at all interested in accountability. If they were interested in accountability, they would have come out 7 months ago and said, hey, we have a problem here.
The Phoenix Police Union also put out a statement about the discipline, saying they were appalled by the suspension and calling the chief shameful and pathetic. The union also claims Tyrone attacked the officers.
It should never be a surprise what the union says, because they have one job and one job only, and that is to prevent their officers from being held accountable. The union is just laughing at the general public. They're just laughing at the city of Phoenix, and they really don't care about reality.
The union statement also provides inside information. It claims the officers were found in policy by Phoenix PD's Force Evaluation and Review Unit, but that was suddenly reversed due to public pressure based on biased media reporting.
If that is true, it should be terrifying, because if that is true, what it means is that the city of Phoenix, its police department, trains officers that they can attack disabled people, African-American people, pretty much any member of the public, without any provocation, based on false claims, and that is the city of Phoenix policy.
Chief Michael Sullivan declined our interview request, and Phoenix says that's because the officers can still appeal their discipline, and that process is still ongoing. I'm investigator Dave Biskuping, ABC 15, Arizona.
Dave, thanks. The NAACP on this also released a pretty lengthy statement. Let's get to it in part. It says, let's be clear, this is not accountability. This is not justice. There is no community trust when a black man is assaulted, arrested, and falsely accused by the police. There is no community trust when it takes 8 months to investigate an incident that the entire country witnessed.
Well, the bad thing is, guys, that it doesn't matter whether you're black, white, yellow, brown. We have all that ethnicities here in Phoenix, and our police group that we have here in Phoenix is a joke at best. They do what they want. They get away with it because they're allowed to. The upper echelon doesn't want to hold them accountable, because then the police union picks on them. And the police union in Phoenix is a joke at best. It has been for a long time. You know, we need to disband the police union. They don't need it. We need to get these clowns off the street. You know, we have Brady List officers on our Phoenix Police Department. What the hell are you guys doing? These are officers who have lied or stolen or cheated and got caught, and you're on the Brady List and you still have your job? What the hell's going on, people? You know, the Brady List is supposed to make it so these idiots can't get a job in police, you know, force. But no, not in Phoenix. We just hire them because, you know, they're there. Incredible, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Remember, always film the police because they're not your friends. Be safe, guys.